All right, man. We are back. We're back with another one. We're back with another good death battle. I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. Um, we gonna see how this end up going because we've seen this battle multiple times at this point, bro. We got Goku versus Superman. And the last time, the last fight that they did with them two, Superman won.
Son Goku.
We gonna see
Superman.
what feats they're gonna try to pull from this time. I don't know what they're gonna go, but
And we're taking it all into
my personal
play.
opinion,
We're examining Superman's extensive.
like I said, they had Superman
canon.
win last
Given
time.
Dragon
I
Ball
think they're
Super's
gonna give it.
continuities will include
Hold
all
on.
three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball
Wait,
Hero.
wait. Okay, so on this one, I actually think Goku might edge him out. I think Goku's gonna win this one, right? That might be a little controversial. I know Superman is him. He has all the feats. He has years of commenting experience that you can pull from. Goku does too, but not as much as Superman. But Goku has had a lot more recent shit that's come out that can maybe put him a little bit either over the edge or what's what I'm looking for in competition with Superman, personally. And they're going to be pulling from the games, so that should help Goku out a little bit, I think. So we gonna see.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills. to
I will
find
say,
who would win
on the front
a
end,
death battle.
I'm not fully caught up in either the manga
Far away,
for
in an
for
enchanted
Goku
land,
for
an
Dragon Ball
old
Super,
master found a
or
boy
in the comics
and
for
marveled at
Superman.
his uncommon
I know a lot of the
strength.
iterations of Superman,
This is the
but
story
he has so many
of
comics to
Son
pull
Goku.
from.
Chances are, if you
That they
watch
gonna
some
pull
localized
something
anime,
out of
you
their
can
ass, I
thank
don't know.
this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story
GOAT.
and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts.
Man, he's
which he
older
would
than
find
40,
to
let's be
his
real.
True calling under the guidance of Master Roshi.
He
Specifically,
done
he
died
learned
multiple
the
times. He
Kame-sen
was in
Ryu
the
style,
time
which focuses on
with the
discipline
hyperbolic time
and
chamber.
tenacity,
Also
both of
multiple
which
times for
strongly
multiple
define
years.
Goku's
Like, come on,
The
man.
more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication
Calling him a
can
low-class
beat
monkey
raw
boy is
talent.
crazy.
Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous
Sheesh.
words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very
You got that
literally.
Zenkai
It's
boost, boy.
almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha.
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's
Thanks.
incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landbind, and God Bind require
Stole
a
the Solar
lot
Flare
more
from Krillin,
strategy
just
and
saying.
planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
The Mafuba.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the mop of a ceiling technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it
I think
up
is
to
will they
times
pull the
100.
Kaioken
What a
again?
badass.
The Genki Dama, or Spirit
I don't think
Bomb,
he
is
doesn't really use it too
potentially
much in
his
Super.
strongest
Since he's used it that
attack.
last time with
Requires
Goku,
time,
not
unlike
Goku,
instant
Super Saiyan Blue.
transmission,
That
which
was
is
the
a
last time we saw him
teleport
use it.
that's instant. The way it works
I doubt
is
he's gonna
Goku
use it with
detects
Ultra-
another person,
Ultra
like a
Instinct,
sort of
or Master
beacon,
Ultra
then
Instinct.
teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daisenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride.
Goku is
avenging
not
his
no
people
hero,
by
bro.
defeating
He wants to
Frieza,
fight the
and
strongest
declaring
person
himself the Super Saiyan.
in the
Hell
world.
yeah.
It don't matter if they can actually end up blowing up
Off
the
the
planet or not.
asphalt.
He does not care.
If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel
Boo went
commented that
crazy.
heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs are up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own.
I really be wondering
observable
where they be getting these
universe.
calculations
And
from, bro.
Goku
Sometimes I feel like they kind of
destroyed
pull them out of
that
their
much
ass,
the
but
first time he went god.
it makes for good
And he
TV.
didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top
See,
of that.
told you.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai.
That's
the
a feat.
destruction
That's a
god
feat for
move
sure.
that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form,
Ultra Instinct.
Chrome
Stupid.
Goku isn't a normal
Saw that coming.
transformation. It's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts.
This is where I feel like
Subconsciously
Superman is gonna
making
have he gonna
optimal
struggle with.
choices 'cause you're in the zone.
Especially after Master
Doing
Ultra Instinct.
without thinking.
something Goku has always been trained to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds
crazy.
really intense.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming.
The fact that he
about
broke that
how
dinosaur's
far
horn with that
Goku
pole,
has
bro.
come,
This-
how much
his
he
hand's
has
hard as
to
shit.
face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
Alright, man. Time to get to Superman. They about to pull everything out,
Faster than a
boy.
speeding bullet,
I just know it's
more
coming.
powerful than a locomotive.
They probably gonna use
It's
the new
bird.
TV show that
It's
came
a
out here
plane.
recently too for
It's
some feats.
Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his
Like the
parents,
song.
narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget him. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout, and he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A
See,
hero
there go the TV show right
defeat
there.
Any evil by just
It was a
punching
TV
it.
Super Show.
Hell
I
yeah,
think it's Super
that's
Show.
how I
The
live
show
my
was
life.
actually
After
pretty good.
almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee,
Kal-L,
a child who
boy.
lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero.
He has
The
too many
first
iterations, bro.
superhero.
Like, I really want to know
Everything's
which one they're
gotta
gonna go
start
with.
somewhere, but he was the first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's
I told you,
fast
there's
enough
so
to
many
reach the
feats they
edge of
gonna
the
pull
universe
from,
in
bro.
seconds, or
I
even
don't want to say I
break
might be
the
leaning
bonds
back
of
towards
infinity.
Superman, but
Wait, he
damn,
can do
I want to
all
have some
that,
kind of
but
hope.
Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety
have.
of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can sneeze away
That's
a
where it gets
solar
tricky.
system, or
Take him
blow
at his
air
best.
cold
I'm not
enough
gonna
to
lie.
freeze
Superman
gold.
might win it.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls. He can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay, though. He can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Let's win.
But Superman's powers defy.
Did I miss that feat?
My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained
crazy
10
ass
years
hit, I
worth
ain't
of
gonna
medical training through only 5 minutes of reading, and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of
Martial
battle.
arts, boxing,
He's trained in
jiu-jitsu,
Kryptonian
Krav
martial
Maga.
arts, which
All right.
uses G, or as they
He been
call
in
it,
lab with Batman
free
and
R.
shit.
He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beam.
I thought magic was his
Retcon
weakness.
and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and
That's
alter
why
timelines,
Mr. What,
can't
Mixer
touch him.
Mr.
Not because
Pillis?
of his
I can't say
powerful
his name.
mental
But either way,
defenses
that's
or
why he's one of his
healing
biggest
factor, but
enemies.
because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras.
Yes.
Superman and DC Comics as a whole have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super
Bro, ain't no
muscular
way.
control. Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of
The
characters.
glazing
have
is
recalled
crazy.
events
Oh
from
my god.
supposedly
Like, I know
retconned
Superman
timelines
is him,
before.
but shit.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less
I don't have a
powerful
lot of
than
hope for Goku
pre-crisis,
right now.
but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a
Never heard-
white star,
never knew
he
that.
attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his
Oh my
universe
God.
has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but
I-
we've accepted a more exact figure. The
Hey, man, get to the
DC universe
fight.
is
Get to the
15
fight at
billion
this point.
years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
9
Not
millions.
What?
Where'd you find that number,
41
bro?
zeros, and Supes helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if
1/5.
you want something bigger, here's
It's
the
specifics.
Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. he has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic.
There you
but
go.
it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely.
That's probably my least favorite
He's
Superman.
the goodest good guy of
Only
them
because
all,
I remember
but there
Teen
is
Wolf.
nuance to being good, even if
And
he
I'm
is
never
the
gonna
ultimate
not see
power
him
fantasy,
as was
unstoppable
it Derek?
and
Yeah, Derek
incorruptible.
from Teen Wolf.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful
He might be good
reality
at him, I just
shapers
don't
in
know.
all of creation.
Who was in the sixth dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home? Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's
got a lot of single
Superman,
punches, bro. He's
a
One Punch
simple
Man? Shit.
solution to overwhelming
Y'all think One Punch Man can
He's
beat
the
Superman?
kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow
I
hundreds
know these
of
most
planets
recent
to a new
comics got me
galaxy
thinking
all
something,
the
boy. He
same
fighting
day.
Cosmic
What's not to
Garo right
like?
now.
Truth and justice has no better
One
champion
Punch Man has plot
than the
behind his
Man
side.
of Steel.
All right, man, it's time to get
This
to it.
episode of Death Battle is sponsored.
Drooling
I
over.
appreciate you
What's
for
gonna be
the ad, but I don't care about that. Get to the hands. Get to boxing. Let's get to it. As I said, my original pick was Goku.
It's time.
It's gonna be a tough battle.
Battle!
They was glazing Superman like a mug, bro. So we're gonna see how it goes. Animation looks fire. I can tell y'all put the rest of y'all budget into this fight.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
In terms of martial arts, I'm 100% moving more towards Goku. Strength, Superman probably has that.
You're holding back. Give it your all.
He whooping his ass right now. I will say that. Shit.
I'm doing just fine.
That was a solid ass punch. He punched the shit out of his ass. He hit him with the 1-inch punch. I didn't know he could do that. It makes sense, but this is hard that he did that. Damn it.
Well, I guess we can.
When has he ever been known to
later.
grab
World made of
Key Blast?
All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Punch this nigga brain to another universe? What is that? Oh, they're showing the previous battles. Oh no, they're not. I don't know what's going on actually. They look like a Goku from the game, so. Damn, I can knock my boy clothes off.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
I like the animation. Yeah, bro, they spent a bag on this budget, bro. Jesus. Goku be moving so smoothly in the Ultra Instinct. Oh my god. That was that self-destruct shit they was talking about. Of course they was gonna pull from that. So let me go run through all the stars to go get some more strength.
Finally.
Great, yeah. Jesus. Soundtrack is fire too. Oh my god, bro. Y'all doing excellent with this one. This shit is fire.
Huh?
Yeah, boy, you lost again? Yep.
Ah, darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
Good battle. But like I said, towards the end, or when they was actually giving all the Superman speech, bro,
The final
I started leaning
indisputable
towards
answer.
the Superman a lot
Who
more
am I
too.
kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There's so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuity.
Exactly.
For real, Goku would kick almost every other
I'm just more of a Goku
Superman's
fan.
ass,
But let's be
except for
realistic.
the
I knew
main
Superman was
one.
gonna
There's
win.
a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or
Got it.
take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At
Look at the
most,
strength of
Dragon Ball's
Superman, probably.
universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger.
Yeah, I said they had way more to pull from,
Novendecillion
bro.
times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But
Figured.
strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't
Yeah,
count Goku out though.
Say, Goku's
Flying
still
across
fast.
The entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That combined with instant transmission and ultra instinct could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially
Surprised
when
they
we
didn't
look
get
at
that Superman.
skill. Goku's a martial arts
I
master.
think Goku has
He's
skill.
definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times.
I
It
believe
would
it.
be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even
they both have
defeated
experience.
martial
Are we
arts
talking about
experts
battle
like
experience or
Cobra
just like
without
experience in general?
powers.
Goku has spent
I'm
decades
talking about battle
training,
experience,
but
but I'm definitely giving
Superman
it to
battled
Goku.
Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category,
Powers. Less
Kai,
obvious.
Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, instant
saying, it's
transmission,
not Goku?
God Ki, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Kai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Kai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could
It's a little
simply
crazy.
fly away.
Not the
and
fact
find a blue or
not
white
the fact that he
star
just
for
said
a
about Goku, but the
supercharge.
fact
And
that
Goku
they
could not pull off the
didn't
same
give
trick
powers
twice,
to Goku.
as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers, and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else.
If they had to edge him out
Goku
at least
versus
one.
Superman reaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You're sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because
Man,
it's
shut
fun,
up.
Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst
my Lord.
pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math.
Big puns do
puns
not
for
be hitting.
John.
Well,
I'm not gonna
maybe
lie.
if you math as good as I punned, then
Good fight though.
would've
That was a
won.
really
What is
good,
wrong with you?
a very well animated fight. It definitely went the way that I thought it was gonna go.
Hi, I'm Ben.
It was
voice
good.
of
It was
Wiz.
good all
Thank
around.
you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that,
Ooh, who's
if you're
coming up
not
next?
a Death Metal member yet, click that join button below. See what you're missing.
Who we got? Who we got? I thought that was the season finale. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is season 10 finale. Is that Galactus? Ah, okay.
I've got home internet.
It looks good, man. That was, like I said, that was a really good battle. Originally, still, I was gonna go with Goku, but I see why they saved Superman for second, and they gave all his feats after, because the glazing was crazy. They had I know they have so many feats that they can pull from for Superman, and decades and decades of stuff they can use. But damn, at this point, is it even a fair fight? Because I don't think Goku's won not one of those battles. So either way, really good battle. Animation went crazy. Like, that fight in general was fire. And they put out all the stops. Of course, they're going to use everything that they mentioned in their explanations in the video. So that was kind of expected. And I think I like the ending. Like, of course, neither one of them is going to be like mad or like seriously have the intent to kill. And there wasn't like actually any blood in this one. You know, most death battles are going to have some kind of blood, like you're going to be missing a limb, something, right? This one, they gave Goku the halo and called it an L. You know, it is what it is, though. So, great death battle. Again, if there's anything else that you think I should react to, please leave it in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe. I'm going to have my other socials also in the bio down below. And yeah, I'll have more content upcoming soon.